Chinese electric vehicles are becoming more competitive and are trying to take over the industry. This means domestic auto industries around the world are becoming increasingly strained, Western countries are building trade walls, and there are possible security concerns for drivers around the world. Chinese electric vehicles are sold cheaper and faster. The market is becoming so competitive that these Chinese brands are looking outward and they are finding their markets in Western countries. The problem is that the more foreign vehicles that are imported, the less money and jobs domestic auto manufacturers have, hurting the industries at home. This is one of the biggest threats to American automakers, so the US continues their 100% tariff barrier on Chinese EVs. They are also using deals like CUSMA to force Canada and Mexico to lower Chinese imports or face higher American tariffs. Because of this, the EU is also establishing trade walls and tariffs with Chinese electric vehicles. However, Chinese brands are still finding a way to enter Western countries. The first way is by using Chinese factories to make the European and American car parts in China, then moving them to the market. However, they are also making deals. Earlier this year, the Canadian government announced they will get rid of their 100% tariff and instead allow 49,000 Chinese EVs into the country at a very low 6.1% tariff rate. This is also a major reason in why the USA said they will not extend their CUSMA deal, but that's a whole other topic. Canada becoming an accessible market means brands like Chery and BYD are already establishing their footprint and markets in Canada, which can then build a jumping pad to broader North America. But other than domestic auto market damage and corporate volatility, there are other dangers with allowing Chinese EVs to begin to dominate markets looking for cheaper goods. First is data privacy, as modern EVs are full with cameras, radars, and cloud connectivity, all dangerous data to give to a state known for interfering in Canadian and international affairs and elections. The second is the unstable Chinese trade system, in which tariffs and taxes are imposed without notice and supply chains are fragile. The third is that repairs on these cars are more expensive than ever because they include systems not common in Western auto shops. The pros to these vehicles are simply that they are much cheaper and easier to buy. So as Chinese EVs are taking over South Asian markets and trying to make their way to North America, what measures should the Western countries take to either allow or limit these imports? Let me know in the comments below.